Hello there from Blackpool Seafront. It is December 2023. It's almost Christmas Day. It's absolutely freezing, and I'm going to do a little Blackpool Pleasure Beach closed season update. It's going to be a short video this because it is very windy. There's not a lot to see, but I think it's worth focusing on the fact that the big one is having its 5th consecutive retrack, and the new track is being made by, or I should say manufactured, not made, manufactured by Tazica, who have also done the 4 retracks that were done before this one. Now, of course, if you've been a fan of Blackpool Pleasure Beach for a long time, you'll know that the big one has probably had more retracks than any other roller coaster in the world. For 1997, the first drop was reprofiled. For 1999, the turnaround above the Grand National was reprofiled. And then in the 2000s, sections of track were replaced because of wear and tear. And then for the last 5 years, or 4 years, however you look at it, it's been retracked every winter by Tazica. But yeah, the main focus today really for me in this video is to just catch up with the work that's going on with the big one. Normally I come along and film it when the track's lifted off, but this year we were coming back from Madrid on the day it was being done, so if it had been a day later I'd have been here, but unfortunately I missed it this time. However, assuming that I hear about it, I will be here for when the new track goes in at the start of next year. I've seen a lot of comments on Twitter suggesting that the big one will not be open for opening weekend. I think it will be. As far as I know, the new track is almost ready. I believe the track that was taken out from behind me, which I'll show shortly, there's pieces of it at Tazica. There's also some bits of it at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, which we'll show you later on in this video. But yeah, there's some of it's been shipped up to, or shipped down to Tazica, who'll be basically fitting it onto the new track to make sure everything fits. And once that's sorted, then the new track will be sent off to paint. Then it'll be painted red in the big one's colours, and then it'll be shipped here on the back of a lorry early next year, lifted into place, and then testing on the big one will begin ahead of the new season, which starts at the beginning of March 2024. The track sections that have been replaced this time are basically that follows the first drop on the hill that goes into this first big crest after the first drop. This is not so much just for smoothness of the ride, they're doing it for wear and tear reasons. Obviously the big one is getting battered by the seafront, a bit like me right now. Obviously the big one is 30 years old next year. It's taken a bit of a battering on this seafront in that 30 years, so it's understandable why wear and tear will be bad on the sections of track that are exposed to the seafront. As well as the big one track work that's going on, of course, there's a lot of work going on inside Blackpool Pleasure Beach. So this time of the year, if you can see through any of the fences into the park, you'll see like Valhalla boats, ride cars, all sorts just sort of dotted around Blackpool Pleasure Beach waiting to be taken off into the maintenance areas. So it's always interesting to have a nosy. Also like the ice blast gondola that takes you up, the seats and all the mechanism of where you would sit have been taken off for the winter work. But also, because it is Christmas and it's not quite Christmas Day yet, you may be interested to know that Blackpool Pleasure Beach's new merchandise shop at the front of the park is still open, and it's open until Christmas Eve at 4 PM. So you've still got time to nip in, get some last minute Christmas presents and just have a browse at the merch basically. That is pretty much it, isn't it, Becca? There's not a lot to see, but you have observed something about the Grand National.
I have, and I'm quite surprised to see it's still got 2 trains on.
Yeah.
The red and the green train are still sat in the station, which at this time of year they'd usually be sat somewhere over that wall.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, because like big one's trains are off. Well, 2 of them are. I think one of them's already done for next year because it was off for most of this season. Big Dipper's trains are both off, but yeah, I think 2 of the Grand National ones have got to be in the workshop because, well, you spotted it, didn't you?
Yeah.
The red and green train are still on the track. They might come off at some point, or maybe they're already ready to go. Maybe they were maintained early late this year, ahead of next year. I don't know, but it's a little bit odd. But
Yeah.
lots of Valhalla boats about, isn't there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're dotted all about.
Yeah. Something else we noticed as well and didn't talk about when we filmed it was that there's a lot of scaffolding up on the steeplechase station.
Yeah.
It's not unusual at this time of the year. Obviously the rides that have been discussed for removal, that have been, well, I say discussed in a rumour video by me and a few others, Ice Blast, Skyforce, Avalanche, all still standing. Grand Prix appears to be standing, but where the cars would normally be at this time of the year, by the Big Dipper, they're not there. So I don't know if that's because they're already in the workshop or if they're just not maintaining it this year because it's not reopening. It's hard to say. I'm still sticking by what I've heard about Ice Blast. I still think this time next year it'll be gone or going, but of course time will tell. I cannot show you the pictures that I've seen, but there is a lot of markings around in the Ice Blast ride area which suggests some planning is going on for a new ride in that space. That's all for now. If you have enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, because it's been so cold filming this video, so we'd massively appreciate it if we could get this video up to 200 likes, and then we'll do some more of these in January and February ahead of the new Blackpool Pleasure Beach season. There is one more vlog to come this season from us, from Part 1 of Madrid. That will be out on Christmas Eve, and then 2 sitting at home chatty videos that I've got planned. And that's us for 2023. Thank you for all of your support in 2023, but please do check out the other videos coming as well for the rest of the year. Many thanks for watching, Merry Christmas, and we'll see you in the next video.